What's up, everybody? It's your boy Heemz, and guys, we are back with another reaction video. Now, today, guys, this is actually a test. I don't know how this is going to look, and I want to know from all of you guys if you like this better or if you're cool with either way what we did before. But, guys, we're about to get into this next article, and this is on Cinema Blend by Eric Swan, and this title is Dave Chappelle's Lawyer releases statement after prosecutor declines pursuing case as a felony following his Hollywood Bowl attack. The comedy world and public at large took notice when Dave Chappelle was attacked at Hollywood Bowl last week. The 48-year-old comedian was finishing a set when a man who was reportedly carrying a replica handgun that had a knife blade in it rushed the stage and attacked him. The suspect was eventually subdued and arrested on suspicion of assault and with a deadly weapon. It was later confirmed that he was hit with 4 misdemeanor charges, but no felony charge. And based on a statement from Chappelle's lawyer, the star isn't too pleased that the prosecutor is pursuing the case without the latter charge. Dave Chappelle's lawyer, Gabrielle Caldwell, says that the veteran comic is, quote, upset that Los Angeles County District Attorney George Gascon has declined to proceed with the case as a felony. In the statement that he shared with the New York Post, Caldwell declared that DA should reconsider. And then that quote is a travesty of justice that DA Gascon is refusing to prosecute this case as a felony. The city attorney who filed the case is doing his job, but DA Gascon should also do his job and charge this as a felony. The attorney would go on to describe his account of the reported incident at the Hollywood Bowl and ultimately argued that it was a violent assault. When discussing the matter, George Gascon asserted that he could not charge the suspect, 23-year-old Isaiah Lee, based on what was glimpsed in the video footage from the event. It also says our office also could not charge Mr. Lee with a felony of carrying a concealed weapon. Filing that charge would only be allowed if the blade is locked in an open position. It does not appear that Mr. Lee opened the knife at any time during this incident. It would be unethical to charge someone with a felony when the elements of the statute are not met. The DA further explained that his office evaluated the possibility of filing other charges, yet the evidence they found did not meet the statutory criteria for any felony offense. Isaiah Lee has pleaded not guilty to those 4 misdemeanors charges. Following the incident, Dave Chappelle's lawyers believe that LA-based performers need further protection so that situations like this don't occur. Quote, entertainers in LA need to know this is a justice system that will protect them. There is no question here that when someone is violently assaulted by another in possession of a deadly weapon, that it should be charged as a felony. The topic on stage, safety for performers, particularly for comedians, have seemingly been discussed quite a bit since this year's Oscars, where Will Smith slapped Chris Rock after he made a joke about his wife. In the aftermath of the Chappelle incident, other big names in comedy have chimed in. Kevin Hart said the situation was not scary and believed the fact that the suspect was quickly apprehended sends a message. Meanwhile, David Letterman joked about the matter while opening his own comedy show. The Netflix-dominant Dave Chappelle has had other negative encounters with audience members in the past, with one attendee throwing a banana skin. Wow, I can't believe they actually bring it on stage during a set he did in 2015. In terms of this latest encounter, Chappelle discussed the incident during a low-key comedy show where he thanked friends and fans for reaching out in the aftermath. Though he's reportedly doing all right after the ordeal, his lawyer's statement appears to suggest that we haven't heard the last from him on this recent matter. So guys, I want to know, one moment. Like I said, guys, this is our test, so bear with me as we get this all situated. But to everybody that's with this, I appreciate you for your support. So guys, there we go. So yeah, in that situation, it kind of leads me to wonder. And I'm not trying to throw too much of suspicion around or try to go really conspiracy, but it just seemed like that dude got away. He got away almost scot-free, or at least to a greater part. He survived most of what he could have gotten. Because honestly, regardless of okay if it was like a model gun, whatever it was supposed to be. Um, he still should have got pressed because at that moment in time, somebody rushing you, and the fact of the matter is, you still had a sharp weapon. Um, he should have been apprehended and he should have been handled. I mean, honestly, the way he got dealt with on stage, while it may have been crude, um, in hindsight, nobody else really stood up and did their job. As a matter of fact, the security responded to it at a very late point, and at that point, anything and everything could have happened. Supposing the gun, it was just a firearm. He could have shot Dave right there, and nobody would have known. Or by the time everybody would have reacted, we're already in the process of trying to get Dave Chappelle into the hospital, trying to figure out what the next steps are to try and resuscitate and to help him. And it just kind of even shows because there was even like with the security group that he was with. They were the same group that was there during the Will Smith, so it's kind of like I was about to joke about it, like, well, where's the security must have been there with Chris Rock, but ironically they were. This was the same group that sat there and let him get slapped. This was the same group that actually was there during the Travis Scott performance and allowed people to get trampled to death and did not get that under control. You know, this is basically the same group that was even there during the Las Vegas incident where 50 people were gunned down. So at this point, it just kind of leads me to wonder, what the hell? Then what's the point of paying for security? You're almost at this point where you're better off just paying or just having your homies, have your friends or family, just anybody, your entourage, take care of you better than the people that you're paying security for. Because look at what just happened. Look at all these different incidents that we just pulled up, and it's like there's no real justice. There's no real way of getting around it. So I mean, I feel like at this point though, in this situation, I feel for Dave because no, you don't wake up every day. It's like when he joked about the banana peel thing, because he did joke about that in a stand up, where he's like, I always was ready for that banana peel. He wasn't really ready for that banana peel. Just like that's like to say he was ready for that. He wasn't ready for some guy to come on to the thing with the gun. Because that even it was actually funny because I was talking to somebody about this. Shouts out to my dad. I didn't even know that as far as like with comedians, but because I was looking at the angle of where he got tackled, and it was almost like you kind of would think like he saw him or he would see him, but it's like the way they have the lighting and stuff. It actually is to help kind of blind for the comedian, the audience. So that way it allows them to really be more into their craft, really be into their element without, worrying about, the judgmental looks on the people's faces or the reaction of the crowd. Because I was like, when I saw it, it's like, dude, like you could have been already like, fighter stance, but he couldn't see it. He was blind by the light. And by the time he saw the dude, and for real, he didn't really tackle him down. Like he basically started to kind of lose his foot. It was like, oh, but it wasn't like boom, like a full-on sack. Like he didn't get like a like Jack Palmer or nothing. Or he didn't get like Palmer out like in the Bengals and stuff. He didn't get sacked. So but if his head would have went a certain way, if he actually would have hit his head on the back of the, who knows what could have happened. If dude would have even took the knife and just started, So yeah, like I said earlier, it's crude and a lot, violence you should never have to do in that situation though, in that heat of the moment, and for him to actually have the entourage and everybody else pop up and actually help him, to me that was a very beautiful thing because everybody you had Busta Rhymes, you had Jamie Foxx, you had the Sinister Six, you had Tribe Called Quest, you had everybody coming up there, man. Shoot, if the A team was next in line, and they tried to help this dude, and shoot, even Dave got himself some licks. But it's kind of like a bittersweet pill too for him because on one hand you got that part of it, but then it's like this dude and that's what does that bar set for everybody as a whole? Is it okay to just walk on stage just because you hate something that somebody says and try to shoot him, stab him, knock him out, slap him? Is that the theme now? Is that something that everybody has to look forward to as they're trying to embark or trying to take care of their career? So this is all a lot to think about. I really hope, but it just seems like just from what we read, my whole conspiracy thing is I can't help but feel like I don't know. Some other people were behind that to help kind of push for it to be cleaned out for this dude. Then again, it could just very well be based off everything that they present as far as like with the weapon and everything that it was. But it just seemed like one minute this dude was on like a 30,000 bond. Next minute it's like, oh, we can't charge him for this. We can't do that. And technically he didn't really do this. But it's like, you're not the one that was on stage. You're not the one that just got assaulted. You know, and anything and everything could have happened for the worst. So guys, what are your thoughts on this? Do you guys like this format? Would you like to see this more? If so, guys, please hit the thumbs up, like button. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm even going to attempt to do reaction videos like this. So bear with me, guys, as I try to set everything up for the future. And definitely let me know, guys. I did actually put the Kendrick Lamar up. However, like I said, I had to do like more alterations to it. I literally had to mute everything all the way out, and I had to blur the image in case the image itself was a problem. And I even changed the thumbnail, just so that it can be on YouTube and basically obey the community guidelines for the most part. And with that even being said, hopefully it stays up. Hopefully we don't have a problem. But guys, I'm definitely thinking about getting this Patreon together. So guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Let me know in the comments, guys, of any other topics that you would like me to discuss or read an article on. Your boy streams Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Late starts between 6:15 and 6:30. I stream on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and Trovo. Soon to be D-Live as our 5th platform. But to everybody, minus Lady tapping here and looking over here, this is your boy Heemz Cast Gaming. Sign out for another one. I'll see you guys soon. To everybody out there, peace. Till the next video.